Hi everyone, it's your divine friend Jackie. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while. I kind of had like an ADHD forgetfulness moment, and I'm kind of like lost my iPad for that I record the videos on. I lost it for like 2 or 3 days, and I knew I was gonna find it because I knew it wasn't actually lost. I just knew I couldn't find it. I had put a notebook over it, thinking that I would remember that I had put the notebook over it, and by the time I found it, my nerves were thrown off enough that I was just like not in the mood to record. So that's my little story. I hope everyone else has been doing okay. I mean, I've been doing okay. It's just when I lose things, I always it just I guess it just brings up low self-esteem or something. Um, I know it shouldn't, but I'm still working on that. So okay, let's pull some angel cards. Okay, I'm just gonna be pulling cards. So we got we got balance. Thank you, my angels, for bringing my life into balance. Yeah, thank you for helping me find what I need to find. And spiritual support. Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. Okay. So, let's see here. Oh, yes, I have a new setup, by the way. Yes, I have a new setup, and I hope you like it. Um okay. So, balance, spiritual support, your guides are like, I'm going to include me in this cuz I'm a part of this too, right? Our angels have been working with us. So I really feel like earth angels have a tendency to be over givers. Even when we have boundaries, it's like we still, some people, it's just hard to hold our boundaries in place, even though we work on our boundaries. And so our angels have been trying to bring us back into balance. And I really feel like this is a message about we need to be the ones who support our own selves first, right? Like we need to be in tune with how we feel. We need to be in tune with what we're thinking, and we need to be in tune with our bodies. We need to be connected to ourselves physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, light body wise. We need to be connected to ourselves in order to know what we need help with in the first place. So, I feel like our angels have been helping us to be super aware of our thoughts. So when we start thinking thoughts like we're not happy or we're doing too much, that we catch ourselves right away so that we don't spiral into victimhood or blaming, and we can stop it right there and say, wait a minute, it's still my life. I need to hold my boundaries right now, and it's okay for me to tell people no. It's okay for me to tell people that they have to wait. It's okay for me to tell people that they're pressuring me, or the way they're coming at me all the time is just, it feels like they're trying to pressure me. And I have to, it's okay to be aware of when I'm getting thrown off balance, right? So I feel like the angels have been helping us to stay in self-awareness. Now, the only way that we can be in self-awareness is if we've been taking the time to do some self-care. And so again, it's like you can't expect other people to meet your needs if you're not meeting your own needs, and if you don't know what it is that you do need. So balance and fairness, even when things aren't fair, we can still stay balanced internally, because we can recognize, like, well, it's like sometimes people just need help around you, and it's like, even though you need a break, you still have, like, you can rationalize it, like, okay, I will help this person, and it's not their fault that they need help, but I need to remember that you know, just like a car gets low on gas, like I need to fill myself up, like emotionally and mentally as well. So I really feel like the balance and the spiritual support, it's our angels helping us to be more proactive with self-care, not falling into victimhood, recognizing that we are in control of our lives. Um, and it's okay for people to need our help, but we need to be the ones who are proactive when it comes to making sure our own needs get met. Um, yeah, because look, I love that card. I love these have very high vibrational colors on them. So it says, "Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance." So, and you can see the heart chakra is activated there. With the earth angel, it says, "Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you." So you are a very sweet, giving person. You do feel like you came here to be of service and of help. It's a very you probably feel more comfortable in the giver role, right? But that doesn't mean okay, here's what it is. Part of being a light worker is to teach the people around you that they co-create their own reality with their inner beings. So when you learn stuff like law of attraction, when you learn techniques that help you to stay empowered, when you learn prosperity consciousness and you learn things like um, the source of your abundance comes from the source of all creation, right? Something very unlimited like that. Abundance can come from anywhere and anything, right? Uh, you don't have to make um, you don't have to make abundance or prosperity. You just have to tap into it. You don't have to make love and light. You just tap into it. It's always beaming down. It's like you know how a satellite is up in space and it's beaming down to the earth, thousands and thousands of cable channels, and it's up to us, like we're the remote controls. We have to set the channel. What channel do you want to be tuned into? And so you might decide, well, I want to be tuned into unlimited abundance that comes from source. So then when you run into someone who is programmed with mass consciousness beliefs and they tell you, no, your abundance, your income, it only can come through these limited ways, then there you are as an earth light worker angel, and you can say, actually, that's not true. My source comes from the source of all creation. My source of my abundance, my prosperity, my success, my love, my light, my peace, it comes from the source of all of creation. It can come in from any channel. I'm the remote control. I get to set the channel. You don't get to tell me what to do, right? So being that kind of a light worker, then again, being very giving and very loving and very wanting to be of service and of help, it helps. You came here to teach the people around you that there's another way to do things. Not that it's a better way, but the more options that people have, it's good to have options, right? So that's very different from the mindset of you came here to just be of service and do everything for everyone. That's not why you came here. You came here to show people what conscious co-creation looks like. You came here to show people what it looks like to trust your how to tune into your divine self-consciousness. You came here to show people what it looks like when someone who tunes into source consciousness moves through this world with source consciousness. You came here to show people what it looks like to be the kind of person who goes through the same things that the rest of humanity goes through. You get knocked down, you go through all the rough stuff that everyone else goes through, but you bounced back. Why? Because you understood that you are more, you're, first of all, that you have purpose and you bring meaning to this world. And you know that when you decided to incarnate here, you knew that that was making the world a better place. You know that this world is a better place because you're in it, just because of the fact that you choose to bring things like fairness, justice, honesty, peace, advanced emotional intelligence, vulnerability, healing, wholeness, ascension teachings. You came here to share those things. A lot of you came here to share the teachings of law of attraction and other spiritual laws like the spiritual law of grace. A lot of you came here to teach higher consciousness. And you came here to show everyone what it looks like when somebody operates from a place of higher consciousness. So, yeah, you're showing people what it looks like when you trust your vibes. Being an earth angel is not just about being an empath who's constantly drained and all giving. That's not, you came here to show them how it's done. You know, you came here to show them there's a, you know, it's like people who eat meat and then a vegetarian or a vegan walks in, plant-based person walks into the room and shows them that, hey, I can exist without eating meat. I can show you what it looks like to exist like that. And that doesn't mean that they have to become plant-based diets. But now you've shown them an example of like, hey, you have other options now. You don't just have to eat meat. You don't have to eat foods that hurt your body to digest it. You don't have to eat the way that mass consciousness tells you that you have to eat, right? There's another way. You're just merely showing people another way to basically, you know, do the same thing. Okay. And let's see, we have the miracle of nature with the inner voice. So thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. Yes, thank you so much for nature. I love nature. And thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. So I will attest to this. When I went a long time. I had issues about exercising in public, and I considered walking as exercising. I had issues just with this being seen by public. But I wanted so much to exercise. So it was really weird, but I had to get over that. I really did. I had to get over it. So your inner voice might be telling you and nudging you like, hey, you need to exercise. You need to do this. So you want to know what I did? Okay. So this is how, because I really, like, I was on step 0 because they had been telling me for years, like, Jackie, you need to start exercising. You need to get over your like, you need to get over being seen and judged. And I was just like, I'm trying, but it's hard. So they were like, if you're not gonna go out into nature, bring nature inside to you. So I like started buying house plants, and I think at one point I had like 35 house plants in one room. But I brought nature inside to me, and it made me feel so happy. It made me feel happy to go to the plant to the nursery and like just be someone who bought plants. And all of a sudden when I would go to like these like health food shops, all of a sudden I would see the plants there, and where I had walked by them before, now I was like, oh, I can buy plants here. Um, eventually, eventually, I decided to start walking around the block, and then eventually I was guided to this hidden little hiking trail. It's like literally like 12 minutes to walk from one end to the other, but this little hidden trail, which I've been in this town for like 9 years, is my first time finding it like 2 months ago. Um, Ever since I found it, it was like, okay, I finally found what I'm looking for. Like, this little walking trail, right? It's been in my neighborhood for 9 years. I just now find it because I guess my magnetics, I finally got into alignment with it. It was like finding a freaking soulmate. Or it's like like you know how like you go years and years with like you're like, I wish I could find a soulmate. Where's my soulmate? Or you're like, I wish I could have financial success. Where's my financial success? Or I wish I could do, yeah. And you go years and years. I went 9 years living in this town, and what I was looking for was literally across the street, but I never saw it because I wasn't in alignment. But I got into alignment somehow. Somehow, all the little things that I did, every little baby step that I took, it eventually brought me into alignment. I found this little pathway. And now I'm like, once I found it, I was like, this is what I've been looking for. And now I have the perfect place to walk. And when I walk, I feel like I'm clearing mass consciousness. Like, so all I'm trying to say is there's two layers to this. If you've been getting the guidance to be in nature more, but you're like me, where you're like, I got issues with being in nature and being outside, start with houseplants, bring them inside, okay? And then work from, let that be a baby step, okay? Now, the other thing could be, if you already are going out into nature, getting your vitamin D, making sure that you get sunlight, making sure that you're just being with the elements, right? The more you, then what you're going to end up finding is the more that you spend time in nature, the more you're going to feel some kind of like clarity, a higher level of clarity coming in to your through your intuitive channels. So if you've been wondering how to level up with your intuitive abilities and skills, and even level up with your light worker skills, going out into nature will definitely will give you the energetic healing that you've been looking for. Okay. So what else here? Now moving on to, let's move on to, I came across this deck. I've had this deck for a long time. It's called the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck. It's a very nice deck. It's kind of, it's, I think, from 2013. But if you can find it, it's a really good deck. But it's got beautiful illustrations and beautiful affirmations. So angels, give us some affirmations now. Give us some affirmations that can put us into alignment and good mood. All right. Sun goddess, see, there we go. That's what I was going to say. When I get out into the sun, I started, well, and this is, okay, I study Diana Cooper's teachings, and she has a lot of information on dragons, unicorns, and archangels and ascended masters as like celestial guides. And I work with the solar dragons, and I'm telling you, like, when I get into the sunlight, it's like something I feel like connected to. I just feel it connected to a part of me. I don't know. All right, sun goddess. Oh, and 33. So that's like Christ consciousness there. I celebrate each sunrise and recognize the healing energies of the sun. Yes. So, healing energies of the sun. Some of us, it's something about the sunlight. I know for all the people who are all about the moon, I'm telling you, there's a lot of light workers out there that the sunlight is what gets them going. when you get out into the sunlight, it clears your energy, it clears your aura. And for those of you that work with dragons, it will strengthen your connection to the solar dragons and the fire dragons. All right, we got release. I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love. So when you're out, okay, so basically what they're saying is when you need to go outside, go out into the sunlight. And the sunlight will have direct the solar light to come through your chakras, and direct the solar light to release all of the energy blocks in your chakras, in your astral body, and in your emotional and mental and light bodies. And that is one way that you can do an energy clearing without it having to cost anything. All right, that's a tip right there. Let's see what else we got. All right, we got root chakra coming up. I have everything I need to survive and grow on the physical plane. So as we clear our chakras with the sunlight, because at this channel we don't have blocked chakras. No, we do not, because we take the time to clear them every day. Root chakra and abundance. I am grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. So that's another reason why you need to be out, seriously, out and about. When you're in nature, you see all the, like, you see all the trees, you see all the wildlife, you see the animals, you see the birds and the, I found a turtle even. You see the butterflies, you see the insects, right? I usually see like grasshoppers, hopping along, and hawks. You see all of the plants though, how they're growing. They manage to have what they need and exist in a way where all the needs are met. That's how nature can heal you on a survival level, by reminding you and just giving you solid proof that you can survive and thrive. Environment is very important. All right, there's a saying, like, if a plant isn't growing properly, you look at the conditions that it's growing in. You don't blame the plant for not growing. And for people, it's like if a person is not thriving where they're at, a lot of times we blame the person for not being able to thrive. When really, they just might not, they might be an orchid, and they might be a very sensitive flower that requires extra understanding of how to help it grow, versus someone who's like a succulent plant that can grow anywhere with very minimal care. So root chakra healing with being in nature. Nature is your friend. Being connected to the planet is also part of your life purpose. But really, when you are in a natural outdoor environment that really speaks to you, you'll feel your root chakra naturally open up and ground. You will not intuitively ground in an environment that you do not feel safe in. If you intuitively know that you're not in the right place, on a subconscious level, you're not going to let yourself ground there. And that might, so if you're always out of your body, if it's always hard to be in your body and be grounded, if you have problems with grounding, it could be as simple as you're just simply not in an environment where the conditions are optimal for you. And that's all you need to know, is you can create an environment like that. Now look, for those of us who don't have not been in situations where we've been able to own our own homes or have our own place. Um, this is saying there are places out in the community where your root chakra will feel like it can relax, though. And so, just like it took me 9 years to get into alignment with the little path that I just recently found, that I don't know why it was there the whole time and I never saw it, because I keep thinking to myself, if I had found this thing a long time ago, it just would have been so helpful to me. But I guess I just wasn't in the right, I just wasn't in the right energy. I don't know. But once I found it, it was like something clicked and I was like, I'm in the right spot. So if you've been having trouble feeling like I'm where I should be, if you can't create that right now for financial reasons, all you have to do is tell your angels and your inner being, your higher self and your soul self, to lead you to places in the community where your root chakra can relax. And hopefully you will be guided to, just like my little hiking trail. It's not, well, it's a little walk. I don't know what to call it. It's like a walking slash hiking trail, but there's not much hiking to it because it's like a walking trail. Whatever. It's the perfect place for me to be when I need to leave the house and get away. If that's something that you need in your life, ask your angels to get you that, and they will lead you to it, and ask them to bring you into alignment with it. Okay. Oh. All right. What fell out? Come on. What fell out? Oh, Earth Angel. Look at, we got 2 Earth Angels. I am a guardian of Mother Earth and protect all who live on Earth. So there you go. And if you're a Reiki master, a Reiki practitioner, if you're an energy healer, make sure that you're sending that positive healing energy to the Earth. We have got a lot. Okay, Earth Angel. The missing link. It's interesting to me how many. Okay, let me get my thoughts clear. Earth Angel Lightworkers tend to be empaths, and they tend to be like super anxiety. Don't like to be social. They just have a hard time being out and about. But if you're an Earth Angel Lightworker, then you need to be, the missing piece is you need to have your connection with Earth. You need to be connected to the Earth. Somehow you need to be connected to the Earth. And I think you have nature, I get like nature spirits. You have an ability to work with the elementals, and the elementals are wanting to work with you. Okay, here it says, I acknowledge my inner child and open my heart to the joy she brings. Yeah, so also the going into nature is very grounding for people who carry emotional wounds. It's very soothing to be in nature. Oh my gosh. But look here, over here. I feel, that's why I'm saying, like, if you're a Reiki practitioner or if you're some kind of an energy healer, worker, make sure that you are sending that beautiful energy to the collective, because that is part of why you're here. For all you know, let's just say you're a Reiki master. For all you know, when you're out and about walking and you feel like really super clear and just energized, and you decide to activate some Reiki symbols for the planet, for all you know, those Reiki symbols might have just cleared 100 acts of negativity in your community. So don't underestimate. You have your healing abilities for a reason. Because with this is saying my inner child, right? I acknowledge my inner child and open my heart to the joy she brings. But this is healing right here. So you healing, you putting your healing energy out into the world, it it could be like these little orbs here where other light workers who are looking for just, some kind of kindness or something positive, your Reiki symbols that you activated or your prayers that you said over the planet might go to these other people as grace, the energy of grace. Okay, and last one, we got reach for your dreams. I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. That's right. And nature spirits. There we go. Back in nature. I respect all of nature's elemental beings and help preserve life on earth. All right. Well, I mean, if you needed any more if you needed any more signs that working with the plants, working with the flower essences, working with the crystals, working with the elements, I feel like you're probably a Lemurian light worker. You're probably an Atlantean light worker. And you're probably a shaman light worker. Somebody who knows how to work with the elements, respect the land speaks to you. You know how to heal the environment, which could be very frustrating for you if you're in an environment that is kind of dysfunctional, kind of toxic. That's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Like, more often than not, it's hard to I would say it's pretty common to be a human being and if you share space with other people that, a little bit of dysfunctional toxicity gets in there, it's all right if that happens because it can be cleaned up. But you deserve to have a place where it empowers you and rejuvenates you. You deserve to have a place where you can go that gives you power and gives you life. The nature spirits will be able to heal you easier if you go to them. If you can't go to them, start with bringing them to you and bring the plants inside. Buy yourself some flowers. Get into flower essences, crystals. Light your incense, sage. Again, be in the sunlight, be in the moonlight. Talk to the planet. Send blessings to the animal kingdom. And send blessings to the, the human kingdom. And everything will be okay. Oh my gosh, we're already at 33 minutes. All right, I'm going to pull just a couple more. Let's see, what do we want to pull? I was going to pull. Let's pull some cards from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. Oh my gosh, look at this. Healing with nature. Your soul yearns to be outside in nature, around the healing waters, flowers, and trees. Okay, so that's what we're going to call this one. Healing with nature. Oh, as you heal nature, nature will heal you. It is, this is really beautiful. I love this. And intuition. Here we go. You are learning to embrace and trust your inner knowing.
Morgan, bringing you her magic
there's
power.
Morgan. She's bringing... Oh, I don't have it face. I'm sorry, honey. But you know what? Here, I will pull... let me see. I don't have...
I thought you were doing meditation.
I know. No, I was doing meditations earlier. You know what? Here, pull... Do me a favor, Morgan. Pull a card from here. From this deck.
Okay.
It's an animal deck. Pull a card and then I will let it be the Morgan message. We'll close out with this, okay?
You can't touch the...
Just pull a card. Is that the one? Okay, there we go. That'll be the one we close with, okay? Oh, I love you, darling. I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mwah.
I remember that you did a lot of kisses to me like this.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Okay, thank you, Morgan. I love you. Okay, so it says you are learning to embrace and trust your inner knowing. So, okay, for those of you who are wanting a stronger connection with Source, a stronger connection with your divine self, and to be more in divine consciousness, because look, you can choose to be in a stream of divine consciousness. You can, like, ask yourself the question, what does the divine mind think about? What kind of thoughts does the divine mind have? We know what kind of thoughts the negative ego has. We know what kind of thoughts a typical unawakened human being has. And we even know what kind of thoughts an awakened human being has. But what kind of thoughts does your higher self have? What kind of thoughts does your divine self have? And the more that you ask that question, your divine self will answer. And you'll start to see how different, how much different it is from those levels of consciousness. Let's see. Okay, look at this. And okay, all of that nature healing, look what happened, because you were preparing to let go of something. Parting ways and new door. It may be time to move on from this person or situation. Your prayers have been answered and a new door is being held open for you. So all of that nature healing, all of that being in nature, it was to help bring in, to clear out your energy bodies, to keep your chakras cleared. It was to help you process some emotional pain and to let go of some grief. It was to help you become clear on what it is you want, not what other people want. It was to help you become clear on what you want. And if you want to be in a situation where you're thriving, then that's what you can ask your divine self to help you create. And getting to the point where you say, it's time for me to say goodbye to this reality I've been in. It's time for me to start getting ready for my new reality that I want to experience. It can be that easy. Celebration. Take time out to celebrate. And spiritual teacher. You are being guided to step into your role as a spiritual teacher. Okay, so you also came here to show what celebrating life looks like, just being alive, just being. This is what I have come to understand from being a student of Abraham Hicks material. Law of attraction students usually start out with like goals, like beginners usually have goals like, let me manifest money, let me manifest a car, let me manifest like a new career. What more seasoned students come to see, manifesting a really good daily day. That is a lot more fun because your daily day is basically the same, but it's got enough movement in it that you can still experience new types of people, new types of like food, new places to shop, new places to go, new things to do, new ways of doing things. A lot of newness, a lot of freshness. Learning how to create a really good daily day makes it fun again. You know what I'm saying? So, learning how to incorporate just being happy to be alive, like letting that be the goal. Like I want to, where everyone else around you maybe wants to manifest a soulmate and a car, right? But you're the one in the room that you're like, I just want to manifest being happy that I'm alive. If I can manage that, I can do anything. But you can do that. And then truly, what is the hallmark of a spiritual teacher? if not somebody who can say that they're glad that they are alive, that being alive was worth the experience. You're stepping into your role as a spiritual teacher, but the you that is a spiritual teacher, you're not the kind of spiritual teacher who dwells on pain and grief and trauma. You may be able to help people process those things a bit faster, but truly you're the kind of spiritual teacher that you help people to see that or the miracle of just life, just being alive. It's a miracle a lot of us take for granted. We think we have so much time. It's not infinite. There's a lot to celebrate. So let me get to Morgan's card. She pulled a card from Lucy Cavendish's deck, the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. She pulled the Butterfly Ferrets. It says, I am reborn. It's number 5, so that's change. Let's see what it says here. Alright, I'm going to read this from the book. The butterfly is the ultimate symbol of transformation. Symbolism-wise, the ferret is mistrusting and alert and repels those who would harm the girl. This strange combination will see you safe at this time of vulnerability and new powers, for while you are reborn, you must have protection. Okay. So the butterfly ferret speaks. So it's half a butterfly, half of a ferret. Okay. You have been through a time of great challenge and difficulty. You feel new, vulnerable, and inexperienced. You thought you might not survive to see this day, but now it is here and you are drying your newfound wings in the gentle sunlight. You have changed. You are renewed. You have passed a great test and now you are reborn. All right. You cannot go back. You cannot be as you were. Oh, I like this. You cannot be as you were because you withstood the tomb of the cocoon and have resurrected in this lifetime. You are beloved, and the butterfly ferrets celebrate who you have become. Celebration. I would sum this up by saying, if we take this all the way back to kind of like the beginning cards, you made a choice on the 5D that you were going to fulfill your purpose, your higher purpose. You made a decision on some very deep level of yourself, of your beingness. You decided that you were going to push through and become what you came here to be. You decided to actualize more of your potential. And maybe it starts off like looking around you and saying, life doesn't feel balanced. It feels like I'm giving too much. Feels like it's not fair. And I feel alone. But you know that that's not the truth. You know that you just need to do something small for yourself, that from that small little seed can grow some big transformation. So maybe you decide, you know what, for myself, I'm going to buy some plants. For myself, I'm going to get some crystals and buy myself some flowers and make some flower essences. For myself, I'm going to go take a walk. I'm going to I'm going to find a place where I can be in nature, and I am going to start going outside more. And then the more that you connect with nature, the more that the healing accelerates until you get to the point where you really begin to realize it really starts to gain momentum. And then you realize, oh, that's what I came here to do. I came here to show people that life is worth living and we should all be celebrated. I didn't come here to do it for them. I came here to show them what it looks like. I came here to show them what an emotionally fulfilled, mentally clear, spiritually attuned, healthy, vibrant human being looks like. I really like that. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. Have fun with your angels. Have fun with the nature. And I'll talk to you later. Oh, I was going to say too. If you so on my website I have a contact form if you want to, if you feel guided to talk to me or email me or something, you can message me through that. My Patreon is better for one-on-one with me. So if you feel guided to have more of a one-on-one connection with me, Patreon is a way to go. So with that, I hope you have a great day and have fun out there. Remember to have fun on the journey. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.